Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. Our topics for today: Daniel Bryant. Daniel Bryant versus Kenny Omega. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. The Dark Side of the Ring. Plane Ride from Hell. And New Day versus the Bloodline. Guys, stay tuned. We are going to have a great show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I am your host, Raheem the Dream.
And I am the head of the table, Jay McMain.
Your boy Trevor. So Mike.
Okay, so before we get into the topics of today, Mr. Travis got something he want to talk about.
Uh-oh.
That's what he said.
Yo,
unless you want to get to these topics with us. I want to
take a few minutes, man. I want to address what you said. You know,
okay.
I got the other phone right here, so I can go back to our messenger when I posted a couple of weeks back. You know,
Okay.
when I was talking about how I finally watched AEW for the first time, the full show.
All right.
2 weeks, you know, and I saw WWE superstars carry AEW.
You say carry.
Carry AEW. And the reason why I say carry, yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I say carry is because of the fact that, most of the show, what I saw was a lot of WWE stars in AEW, which I have no problem with. But the problem I did have is that I feel like AEW is overdoing it with hold on, sit still, what you doing? AEW is overdoing it with I'm sorry, my son anyway. AEW is overdoing it with signing WWE stars over the last, we're gonna say 2, maybe 3 months.
Right.
All 95% of guys that has been signed with AEW over the last 3 months has been WWE releases or expiring contracts.
Okay.
So my new name for AEW is AEW WWE, because if you can't see one of your favorite wrestlers on WWE, you can see him at AEW.
Right. So wouldn't you want to see your favorite wrestler still wrestling?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with it, but I feel like, as someone else stated, it's beginning to look like a WCW thing where, you know, we seen WCW signed a lot of old wrestlers from WWE, and what happened? Eventually, Vince took that checkbook out like, yo, how much y'all want for this show?
Right.
And we never seen it again. So all I'm saying is, let's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. The AEW had a great show that night, but I think they just overdoing it with the WWE stars. We all know we all waiting on Bray Wyatt to sign with them, which I'm questioning who owns the Fiend character, because that was his best run. In all honesty, who owns the Fiend character? WWE, or does Bray Wyatt own the Fiend character? So
yeah.
All I'm saying is we can't be overzealous with AEW. I like AEW. I'm hoping they grow more. I want to see more shows, but at the same time, I'm tired of. What I don't want to see is AEW become a WWE 2.0, as Jay called it.
Okay, so this is all right. So I definitely understand what you're saying, and your points are very valid. Your points are very valid. The fact that AEW is acquiring WWE talent. If you don't see him on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, you can see him on Dynamite or what's the other show? Dynamite and what?
I don't know. Whatever the Wednesday Rampage.
And Rampage, right? So that's understandable. But if you are a professional wrestler and you left a major promotion and you want to sign with another major promotion that can potentially give you the same money that you were getting at the first major promotion, why wouldn't you sign that? Now, my thing is that I totally because I understand like your points are completely valid, and I started to feel the same way too. But then I had to think about it, like, well, again, like the only major promotion besides WWE that's really going to give them good money is New Japan Pro. Like that's it, and then they'll have to do a whole bunch of indie shows and wrestle for a whole bunch of indie organizations in order to make close to the money they were making at WWE. So it only makes sense for them to sign at the AEW.
I look at it from this aspect. So I get what you're saying, Trav, and it does make sense. But look at it from a sports aspect of it. Let's say, let's use basketball for instance. Let's say a team like the San Antonio Spurs. Free agency comes up, they got all this money. So you got teams that release LeBron, Giannis, all these top stars get released, and San Antonio has the money to sign these guys just to make their team better. They're gonna do it. They're not gonna care what people think. And like you said, and you gotta think about it like this too. You gotta look at the culture of AEW. It seems like those guys are having fun. They're having a blast.
Right.
In WWE, you could tell some of the guys like they're having fun. But for others, it was like a job. Like, all right, I'm here to work. Where AEW, like everybody's having fun. Like CM Punk's doing mosh pits in the middle of his entrance. you know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, AEW is a different vibe. It's an organization ran like by the inmates, as they say. And sometimes when you're able to use your creative ideas and you're able to have input on what's going on, you feel more involved. So I think that's AEW's thing right now.
And I get that. I get all of that, but it's just the fact that I understand you leaving a big promotion, you may want to go to another big promotion. That's granted. But when you get to a point where you're seeing more ex-WWE stars than you're seeing of your own bring-ups and young guys and outcomers, it becomes a problem because at that point, you got more WWE guys over there, and we all know. I got to say, we all know that Daniel Bryan was a great signing. I understand why he left. I would leave too, as he stated in his comments about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is a great guy, has a great mind, but he wouldn't let him be creative with his character because he was so overprotective for him. So I understand Daniel Bryan's moving away from WWE. I understand a lot of guys losing their jobs and having to go to another big promotion. But I'm saying with AEW is getting overwhelming with the signing of WWE stars. There are a lot more guys out there that could possibly bring something else to the table. Not saying that signing guys from WWE don't make sense, but come on now. We know there's some guys out there can use some shine.
All right. Wait, hold on a second. I don't mean to cut y'all off. I just went to the comment section below because we got a few comments from the guys online. Anthony Cobb said, "What's up, fellas?" Man says, "Travis, you looking 10 years younger, brother. What's the trick?" Sean Key says, "What's up, Sean?" Ant said, "AEW got Vince hitting the panic button." Sean says, "Oh, Travis on when I can't wait, when I can't be, he lucky." Oh, so Sean looking for you. Ed says, "I heard Taker coming back for Extreme Rules." Jesus Christ. Sean says, "What the F is a WWE guy?" Ann says, "Travis, you got away with one today." It says, "Cause you're wrong. and says they are not WWE guys, and I don't think they definitely. I mean, from the way they act, and they definitely not trying to be WWE guys. And Sean says, "Where do you work? Are you a company guy?"
So, let me just address the state I'm gonna make real quick. So I feel so. All right, so Travis, the reason AEW is not only signing as you call them WWE guys, not just because they're WWE guys, but they already have a fan base, you know. So think about it. If you were like, all right, I want to start watching wrestling, or I want to start watching AEW, but damn, who they got over there? Luchasaurus, Kenny Omega,
and Luchasaurus.
The Dark Order, people, you're like, all right, who else they have? The Young Bucks, people I may have heard of, but I haven't seen so much of. But then you start thinking like, oh, well, damn, CM Punk's over there. I know about CM Punk. Oh, wow, wait. Malachi Black's though? I mean, Aleister Black's there too? Oh, shoot, wait. Adam Cole? You know what I'm saying? So now you're bringing names that WWE, not only do people know from WWE, but they know from other promotions. So now it kind of makes it easier to watch because you know these guys. You know what I'm saying? You know their style, you know their moves, you know how they operate. So it makes it a little bit more easier to watch because if you only watch WWE, you can relate to them because they're the same guys with the same pretty much moveset in a different company. You know what I'm saying? Now then you're watching other guys that come along.
Let me say this though. The night I watched AEW all the way through, I see maybe 8 to 10 minutes.
All right, I want you guys to look at the comments because they're talking to you. They're talking to you guys, especially you, Trav.
I know it, but I want y'all to understand that the day I watched AEW, right? I seen maybe 8 to 10 matches, maybe 10. I want to say maybe 8 or 10 matches. And I'm not. And let's get this clear so everybody can clear, especially Sean. Sean, you good, brother. You did your job. You stayed in line. Don't get in front of yourself before you get on the show. But we seen that night I watched it. I seen maybe 10 matches, 7 of which were all ex or expired contract WWE stars.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I said they are carrying the show because I have the same problem with AEW that I had when I first started watching, and even sometimes when I just watch the highlights. The guys that they bring in, they either overselling or underselling. The storylines are decent but not great, which WWE have their problem too, so that's not a biggie. My favorite wrestler in AEW is Darby Allin. Darby Allin, I feel like, is the truth. That's my favorite wrestler on AEW, so I pay attention to it. But I want to address something you posted, Mr. Saheem the Dream.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
In the group, you said most wrestlers come from Ring of Honor. Do you call them WWE HOROH?
Right.
Let's address that.
Okay, let's address it. All right, so I'm going to address it.
How many?
I'm going to address it.
Okay, how many? I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to kill you with it.
Yeah.
How many wrestlers actually go to WWE, fight their whole careers to get to WWE, just to say, oh, when I get done or my contract expires, I'm going to Ring of Honor? No. Those guys go to Ring of Honor to try to make their name for themselves and get to WWE.
Right.
Or now AEW because it's there. But no, I said it's AEW, WWE because of the talent that WWE is either releasing or contracts expiring, that they're signing every single soul they can. Like I said, over the last 3 months, we've seen 95% of AEW stars signed that was WWE. Name me 5 people that they have signed in the last 3 months that was not I'm not gonna say not communicated with WWE, but that didn't get to make a big name for themselves in WWE. So you talking about the Christian Cages, the CM Punk?
Hold on, because you guys got to read the comments, Trav, because they talking to you, man. And You got to read these comments. All right, so listen, check this out. Before I get into that, I'm going to read the comments because I got to read the comments below because these guys really have something to say. Let me just go back to the first one. All right, Anthony Cobb says they are not WWE guys. Sean says, where do you work? Are you a company guy? Right. Anthony Cobb says, I'm a UPS guy if I work for UPS. That's his question. So Sean says, so WWE fired them. They're supposed to stop working. Good question. Anthony Cobb says, yeah, Luchasaurus. Anthony Cobb says, man, you know the vibes. Luchasaurus, clap, clap, clap. Yes. And Luchasaurus. Sean says, and what is a WWE guy? And says, Trav, I'm going to make a sign for you on Wednesday. It's going to say, Trav, are you watching? I can't wait to make this sign because I'm going to screen capture it, and that's going to be the title of my. I'm going to put that as a picture. We're going to have it as a we're going to plaster it as a picture, like a screenshot picture for the show. Anthony Cobb says, so you don't want them to work once they get fired from WWE? I'm confused.
Can I let me answer that? Let me answer that before you go to the next one.
Okay, good.
It's not that I don't want them to work. No, I want everybody to work. This is a pandemic. Everybody needs their bread. But I'm not saying that. But working doesn't mean when you leave WWE, you jump to AEW. As you stated, Ring of Honor.
Why does it mean that? I don't understand.
New Japan.
You know what? Let me say this.
But no. Wait. That's why.
Let me just say this. I'm gonna let you talk. I just want to, because we got to read the comments too. It's Anthony Cobb says, so you don't want them to work once they get fired from WWE? I'm confused. This is what Ann says. Ann says they were indie superstars before they were WWE stars.
That's fine.
So
that's absolutely fine. All I'm saying is, go ahead.
So my thing is this. All right. So when I made the comment about them being Ring of Honor stars, that goes back to the point of what Ant said. Ant said they were indie stars. I heard about Seth Rollins before he even came to WWE. He was known as Tyler Black. I knew about him 5 years before he even came, and he was real big in the indies. And they were talking about him like forever. You know, that's how I found out about Kenny Omega, because they talked about him in the indies. That's the only reason why I know about Kenny Omega. So my thing is this, is that if you brand them as a WWE guy because they went to WWE and they've gained their star status, you know what I'm saying? Which is a fact of the matter, because you become a big superstar nationally, or I can't say nationally, but you become a bigger superstar, and your star increases once you sign with WWE and they make you a star. Does that now mean that they are does that now mean that they are, you know, branded as a WWE guy, even though they have acquired some of their fame or half of their fame, or even the potential to become a WWE star prior to going to WWE?
So, question. Before CM Punk joined WWE, let's say CM Punk never joined WWE, right?
Right.
Let's say that, right? You think his fan base, you think his status would be as good as it is now? I'm gonna ask you a question, yes or no?
No.
Okay, so I'm not saying that they're all just WWE guys as you make it out to be. What I'm saying is guys like CM Punk, Christian Cage, you could even say Sting, John Moxley. All these guys were superstars, like the top-notch stars in WWE. Now, Christian Cage, I know his contract expired. Not Darby Allin. John Moxley contract expired. Daniel Bryan contract expired. I get it. They got to get a job. I respect it. Totally understood. But I'm not really talking about the wrestlers and where they come from. I'm focusing my conversation on AEW ability to go out and get other stars other than WWE celebrities. Because like I said, over the last 3 months, if you can name me 5 stars that they have signed outside of WWE, we can kill this conversation right now. But you're not going to be able to do it because they have only signed.
I know somebody who can. Sean can definitely name you 5 stars they've signed outside of WWE, and that's
The
prior.
last 3 months. No. The last 3 months.
Listen. Can I? But to answer your question, can I name you 5 stars they signed outside of WWE stars in the last 5 months? No, I can't. But let me say this in defense of AEW though, because you're right. Let me say this in defense of AEW. You're right. They have not signed 5 stars that I know of, in the last 5 months. However, prior to the last 5 months, they've signed other stars that were not in WWE and been trying to build their brand, not solely off of WWE talent, but they've been trying to build it off of indie talent like Kenny Omega. After Kenny Omega was supposed to drop the belt to Hangman Adam Page, but the two superstars they did use in order to launch their heavyweight championship and help launch their brand were a former WWE star, which is Chris Jericho and also John Moxley. But the forming of WWE came from former WWE stars, which is Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho. And you have Adam Page. I don't think Adam Page has ever signed with WWE.
I think he had a match or two. I don't think he was like full time.
Right. But my thing is, why are you labeling them WWE guys because of the simple fact that
no.
was acquired from WWE?
That's what you guys name them WWE guys. What I'm saying is excommunicated WWE guys right now are basically the guys that are pretty much on AEW. WWE guys, I don't know what that is. I mean, WWE person, I'm saying all these guys come from WWE, right? 90% of them, right? I understand Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan and Jericho all got together, sat down, made this happen. AEW, which is a great thing because you got 2 guys that have seen WWE and the writers inside out, which was a great production. AEW is great. Let's not take that away from them. Regardless of how many people they have signed, they're great. But what I'm stating the fact is that I'm just saying they are signing too many WWE superstars that has made their name for themselves in the WWE in such a short span of time, and they're not going out to the Indies, they're not going out nowhere. And on top of that, they don't even have the TV time to produce all these stars and give them the singles competition that they need. So they're creating friction after friction after friction in order to give everybody TV time.
Okay, so I have a question for you. My question to you is this. If you were Tony Khan and you were in his position, right, and you're building a wrestling promotion from the ground up, right, and you understand how the business works, that I need star power because the fact of the matter is this. I understand your point. You have a valid point, but the fact of the matter is this, is that AEW needed a CM Punk. That's one of the things they were missing. They were missing major star power. That's the same thing that WCW was missing. WCW needed major star power, and that's why they got Hogan. That's why they got Nash. That's why they got Hall. And then when they got that major star power they needed, that spotlight got even brighter on that promotion, and they begin to beat Raw in the ratings. And the proof is in the numbers. The proof is in the pudding. Same thing with CM Punk. So my thing is this, is that if you were in the shoes of Tony Khan and you're building a major you're trying to build a major promotion from the ground up, would you sign all those WWE guys?
No. I would sign majority, but not all. I think when you look at it, you got Jack Swagger over there. You got I'm just naming names that I know. Dean Ambrose. Oh God. I don't think we're gonna get to this topic, but anyway, we get to the Dean Ambroses, the Daniel Bryans, the CM Punks. A lot of those guys, yes, I would sign. But some of the talent you can leave on and off. Like I said, it's not so much of I'm saying that there's bad signings. No, because like you said, they had to get celebrities and superstars behind them to make their brand bigger. I get that. All I'm saying is it's a little too heavy. You know how you go to the bar and you ask for a mixed drink and they give you more soda than they give you alcohol.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. AEW is doing. They just putting more than needed.
Are you saying
more
wait,
alcohol than
you're saying that the WWE talent is like the water and that the AEW talent is like the alcohol?
Pretty much, because I mean WWE's been running gunshot over TV for over 20 years.
Okay,
I
let me say this.
Don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this because the fact of the matter is this: is that the TNA talent, right? The TNA talent. One of the things that actually helped them to become better at cutting their promotions. I mean, their promos. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words. The one thing that helped them become better at cutting their promos was learning how not to look into the camera when they cut their promos. And I remember Kevin Nash talking about this. Like they taught them the WWE style. Not only that, but Matt Hardy wrote an article about was it Matt Hardy or Christian? Somebody wrote an article about all the lessons they learned from Vince McMahon. You know what I'm saying? So these tools of showmanship and how to produce a show of a certain quality and how to project your character and display a character of a certain quality. These are tools that they need to learn from WWE and can use in WWE. And when they come over, that doesn't water down the brand. That actually helps enhance the brand. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it happen with TNA. TNA actually,
first of all,
with WWE talent, though they didn't enhance the talent that they were developing, they just gave all the shine to more the WWE and WCW guys. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of
one thing
Yeah, I'm listening.
One thing I never said was that the talent is watered down or the show is watered down. That's not what I said. I'm not going to ever put that on AEW because it's not watered down. It's actually becoming a great show.
All
I'm saying is
that example you use. That's it. I just asked you to clarify that example you use. And you said WWE is like the water, and
AEW is the liquor.
And, right, exactly. You said AEW is the liquor, and they're being watered down by WWE talent.
You just admitted AEW is
the
liquor.
Wait. So hear me out. AEW is growing. It's a growing talent. The only difference between the only thing that makes AEW a little bit better show than WWE is the fact that they have a freestyle of writing, pretty much. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, the talent can be matched on both shows. Real talk. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference. But if you give WWE stars that creative style that AEW is giving they guys, AEW wouldn't exist no more. We had as y'all like to say, the attitude era, WWE versus the WCW type writing right now against AEW. 90% of these guys wouldn't even be watching AEW because WWE be running gunshot. All I'm saying is the fact that right now, yes, a lot of more eyes are on AEW. Why? Because you got CM Punk came back. Everybody was waiting for him to come back. You got Daniel Bryan that just switched over. Oh man! Then on top of that, you finna have what's the name? What's your boy name? Bray Wyatt to switch over.
Yeah, right. So, but guess what? But why?
Wait.
Get that talent though. Why wouldn't he sign that talent? That makes sense.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying not to sign it, but watch this.
Okay.
Name me one indie guy that you're looking forward to coming over to AEW.
Leo Rush.
Oh, come on, man. Leo Rush ain't nobody.
What?
He got his shine. He got some of his shine through AEW. I mean WWE.
Are you crazy?
That ain't no big name. Don't play like. You gonna sit here and tell me Leo Rush is a big name?
What?
Leo Rush ain't no big name. They don't have for people that for people.
Do you watch wrestling?
Leo Rush is already in AEW.
I do.
He's retired, so it's like we can't really say waiting for him to come back. AEW's waiting for him to retire, so they bring him back. But he's already signed with AEW.
He came out of retirement.
He signed
out of retirement already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only
what
him,
I'm saying is
a couple
this
other
right
names
here.
I'm gonna name, but you're gonna be like, who is that? Who is that? You know, you got the Samoans. You got the Samoans running crazy in the indie. there's a lot of Samoans that's running crazy in the Indies right now that Sean put me on to, that I know definitely gonna be AEW bound sooner or later because they're not going to NXT.
Say
Sean
those
King,
names one more time. You broke up real bad.
I said the Samoan, they got a couple Samoans that's running wild in the Indies. I can't pronounce their names, but Sean put me on to a couple of them. I know one of them is Tonga's son, and they running wild in the Indies, and I doubt they going to NXT. I know that for a fact, and they got a big fan base.
Well,
God is killing the Indies right now. If you don't know who God
a lot
is,
of talent is not going to sign with WWE after. A lot of talent, they're going to lose out on a lot of talent because of what not Batista, Booker T stood behind Mick Foley on. So a lot of talent WWE is going to lose because of those statements, which was a true statement, 100 cold-heartedly. A lot of these indie guys that you naming, granted, they good. They good. I done heard of a few of them, but not all of them, because I don't watch it in the indies. I don't even know how to watch it. I know how to watch it, but the indies are not televised where you can just pick up the TV and say, yo, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? You gotta do your homework, you gotta do your research, get online or whatever not. But all I'm saying, I'm not saying, see, y'all missing the point. Everybody took it as I'm down at AEW. No, I'm not down at AEW. I'm saying they need to calm down on bringing so much talent from WWE.
They don't what they supposed to do.
Bring the talent. I'm saying calm down on it and go to some of the indie guys like you talking about it. Y'all, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but a lot of those indie guys I name are established in their own market, so they don't want to go nowhere right now.
Yeah, and then outside of that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of guys that WWE's releasing, like for instance, Andrade. WWE's paying Andrade to sit in catering. You know what I'm saying? It was like, just come to the show, sit in catering, and we'll pay you. Like, you know what I'm saying? These guys want to, further their career. They want to keep, keep going. Like, if I'm a 25 to 30-year-old wrestler and I feel I'm in the prime of my career, I don't want to sit in catering. I want to, then I'm watching the guys go out there, have fun, enjoy, do the things I love doing. Like, I'm not going to be part of it. I'm going to go where I feel like I can do that.
Right. So that's an excellent point. Like, again, he's getting paid to sit in catering, and you got this talented wrestler who's being paid to just sit there and eat food when his talents should be on display.
Right.
It makes so it doesn't make any sense. Like, but I definitely understand what Travis is trying to say. Travis is he's trying to say that AEW needs to calm down on signing so much WWE talent.
Who else is there?
Yeah, but what can they do? What can they do?
Right. But let me just, because he says they need to calm down on signing so much WWE talent because the talent that AEW is trying to develop may not get shine, and that's what everybody's major fear is. But the reality is that I don't think that AEW is going to sit there and just throw all of their talent that they're developing into the shadows just because WWE talent has signed on. Like, they're not making the same mistakes that that WCW has made in the past. They're not going to make those same mistakes. The fact of the matter is they needed star power, and now that they have the star power, they need that in order to bring more fans over to make the show more interesting. Because when they didn't have CM Punk, they didn't have Daniel Bryan, they didn't have Adam Cole, they didn't have Ruby Soho, they didn't have who else? Whoever else, even Moxley and Jericho. We were just going to watch for Omega and the Young Bucks and Adam Page and Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Pac is So, Sal, let me give y'all an example. Let me give you and Travis an example. Have you ever been in Walmart, right? And your main focus, like, I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm just gonna buy this one item, right? And here we walk down the aisles and you be like, oh, that's on sale. Oh, snap! Let me grab this. Let me grab that. You know what I'm saying? So now your mindset is you went to Walmart to spend $20, but then your bill ended up being $100 and something. You know what I'm saying? And that's how AEW is. Like, AEW is like, all right, we're gonna focus on homegrown talent. Oh wait, WWE just released this guy. Yo, that's a star. Let's bring him over here. Oh, WWE released him. Oh, wait a minute, they're bugging. Let's bring him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think their goal is to sign WWE guys, but they're like, yo,
this guy's I can't believe we can get this guy. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it boils down to. I don't think that their main goal is to say, oh, we got to sign WWE guys. But if it comes across the platform, they're like, oh, well, we can sign Adam Cole. Oh, and we can get Malachi Black.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Daniel Bryan.
And you got
Right.
and you got to remember too. You got to remember too. A lot of that talent wants to come there. It's not like they're reaching out to them. A lot of that talent is reaching out to AEW right now. Like, yo, y'all have some fresh new faces, and I want to help you guys. It's not. They don't want all the camera time. They want to fight the Darby Allin. They want to fight the Jungle Boys, the Luchasauruses, the 2.0s, the TH2s. They see the talent in them, and they want to help them. They want to help them grow. It's not like they just want to come there and be like, yeah, let me get this check and then I don't care about them. Like they're all on record saying, I want to help this company grow. So I mean, that's why I said I don't get the whole WWE guy thing. Let me go to that. I was feeding the baby. I didn't talk. Let me come back. So my whole thing is, right, when you work for it, because in your eyes, you feel like they work at WWE, so that's where they got their name. Let's be real. Shinsuke Nakamura, he had a name before WWE. Yeah, he still works there now, but let's say he leaves tomorrow. His name wasn't built off WWE. His name was built off New Japan and what he did overseas.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks built their name off of the Indies alone in New Japan, but mostly the Indies before they even touched New Japan. Kenny Omega, same thing. Never touched WWE. He built his name off of the Indies in New Japan. So to say they're signing WWE guys, it's just like Jermaine said. If I got the opportunity to sign Andrade, who I've seen his talent before WWE. I watched him in AAA. I personally watched AAA. I saw what he did. Mm-hmm. So if I got a chance to go sign him, because I'm like, damn, WWE got him sitting in catering and just paying him, and they released him. Yeah, let me get him when this 90 days up. Yeah, right. I'm definitely gonna sign him because I know that that's talent. Even like you said, I'm still building up my roster. Of course, I want my talent to build up. But what's the best way to build my young talent? Put them in the ring with vets, people who know what they're doing. Because just like anything, I need more eyes on my company. So if I sign these bigger names, that's bringing more eyes to my company, bringing more eyes to this talent. And now, like Trav said, he's a fan of Darby Allin. Before AEW, I don't know, Trav, did you know who Darby Allin was before AEW?
No, I didn't pay attention to him back then.
But him having a match against CM Punk, people who didn't watch him and know that Punk is back, now that man just probably gained about 20,000 new fans off of his match with Punk. Win or lose, he just gained 20,000 new fans, and now people are going to go back and watch his other matches. It's the same thing with any of the other talent. Like, that's why I always say, win or lose, you can build a wrestler even in a loss. As long as you're not squashing them, you can build up anybody even in a loss.
Shawn Michaels is the...
Yeah. All right. So now that we're talking about indie guys, we got to switch topics because we spent 38 minutes talking about this, and we only got a few more minutes to go. Daniel, we got like 3 more other topics to cover after this one, and one interesting one at the end. I'm going to save that to the end. Daniel Bryant versus Omega. Are you guys happy about this match? Are you guys anticipating this match? I'm anticipating this match. I'm happy about it. I want to see it. Travis, you be watching this match.
20 years in the making.
Will I be watching the match? Of course I'm going to watch this match. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not against it. I'm not against anything they do, but of course I'm going to watch this match. I'm hoping Daniel Bryan win it.
I'm hyped for it because I'm going to be there, and I seen their first match when they was in Ring of Honor. And I know it's going to be 10 times way better than that because Kenny Omega wasn't really experienced then. So I'm just glad that I'm gonna witness it in person, you know. So
okay,
I think it's gonna be the match. I'm calling it right now, match
of the year.
You get match of the year? I don't know, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. That's too.
It's gonna be It's gonna be a good match, but Daniel Bryan's not gonna win because of interference.
All right.
Yeah.
And what did you say? You said what?
It's gonna be better than any man at WrestleMania come up with.
You said better than any WrestleMania. What?
So I'll give you a borderline match. So you really think is going to be better than Seth versus Edge?
Yeah.
Nope.
Wow.
It's gonna be better than Seth versus Cesaro. Seth versus Jesus. It's gonna be better than that.
Seth versus Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a drug test kit in my house. Come take it. Cause you've been smoking that good stuff.
Now,
To put it over every okay, so not even WWE, but just basically you're saying like this is going to top every match ever, pretty much.
Not ever. I'm just top match for the next 2 years.
Oh, next 2 years?
That WWE put up. I'm telling you right now. Any main event.
I don't know.
Bro, that's hard to say.
I can't co-sign.
Can we put a 20 piece? Hey, is it illegal to put a $20 bet over on live? Because I got $20 say he lied.
Nah, ain't illegal.
How many times we seen Brock versus Roman? 4 times, right?
Right, but we got Brock. We got Roman versus Finn Balor.
But Brock has a ponytail now. He may bring another move. We've never seen Roman versus ponytail Brock.
Wait. Ain't this the Brock Lesnar guy?
Yes, and I'm telling you this.
Oh God. You ain't got no ponytail too?
If WWE don't get guys like Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Shinsuke, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, it's not gonna look good.
I mean, well, we got Finn now. We got Finn in the main picture.
Yeah, but how long y'all gonna have Finn for?
Yeah, I think Finn's gonna get the title.
Finn don't look happy.
He don't look happy now.
Follow him on Instagram.
But you know they're famous for putting the titles on people before their contract in hopes of keeping them. So
right, but what did you say, Ian?
I say he's pulling the same moves Adam Cole pulled before he left, hanging out with the club, hanging out with guys from the elite.
I'll tell you that, but that's my thing. They can't. That's a jewel they can't let go. Finn Balor's going to get that title. Finn Balor is the person who's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. He's going to get.
But if he do, it won't be before Brock and Roman. I don't think he's going to dethrone him like next Sunday. I think it'll be something after the Brock and Roman. I can't see them letting him dethrone him then, because then that would defeat the whole purpose. They have already put the promos out for Brock versus Roman. I don't see them changing it. They never do. So unfortunately, WWE already hints to you in advance who's going to win the match when it's big and when it's as big as it is. So right now, I can guarantee you Finn Balor is going to lose. It's going to be one great match, might be even better than Danny and Omega. But I'm gonna say
Roman Reigns cannot have good matches with 3 moves.
If Finn wins it, it would be after the Brock Lesnar show. Yo boy.
Here's
my boy Finn.
Here's my issue. I'm also a Finn fan, and I definitely like the fact that the Fiend has been undefeated so far, and I don't like the fact that there's already a pre-notion that the Demon is going to lose his first match at Extreme Rules, which sucks because I would have wanted the Demon to actually win the belt, you know what I'm saying, and then Finn go on, but you know what I'm saying? But the hype is for Finn. Big money draws for Roman because nobody wants to see Roman versus Brock in a regular match.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I disagree with you. Because of the changes that Brock has made, looks wise, and the character change that Roman is under. I'm actually excited to see this match because, like I told you at work, I feel like Roman Reigns should completely dominate Brock Lesnar.
So
in this match.
So let me ask you: you see that match as an undercard? Because it can't be a main event if the belt's not on the line.
Yeah, it can't.
No, the belt The belt will be on the
It
line.
can still
Exactly,
be main event
exactly
without
my
the belt.
point. Huh?
No, it can still. How many? We've had a lot of main events that were no belt matches.
Which is
Yep.
true, but
Facts.
as far as that quality and the way that they're building Roman, yeah, I don't see the purpose of, like I said, outside of the whole Paul Heyman dynamic. I don't see Roman WWE promoting Roman versus Brock.
Let's be clear.
Belt
I
being
think Finn Balor is going to lose by. Finn Balor is going to win. I'm sorry, Roman is going to win by disqualification.
I think Roman going.
That's
But
That's what I think.
But it may be an Extreme Rules match, though.
It could be, but I think it could be, but right now we don't know the
No
stipulations.
match on that card. It has an extreme.
Yeah, nothing. Right, which is true, and it's what, next Sunday, and then
Yeah.
this Sunday, and
So
then
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
This is an Extreme Rules pay-per-view with no Extreme Rules matches, like probably
Yeah.
one.
Bro, I'm telling you, Finn is gonna lose by disqualification. I mean, by he gonna win by disqualification, and that way Brock is only there for a year. He's over there trying to put guys over. He's not doing nothing else. He already put that in his statement.
I don't think it's about the belt for Brock anymore. I think he's gonna let Finn win.
Right, exactly. I think he may even interfere in the match and cause Roman to lose, and then still have his match at Crown Jewel with Roman. Because again, just to see Roman Reigns, continue his, because again, Roman Reigns already chased Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. He finally took the belt off of him, and then he had to retire due to health issues. And then he came back. Now he's a major heel. We don't need to see them run through that gambit again of trying to fight over the title right now, especially right now when WWE is in need of making new superstars, which is hence why they put the belt on Big E to give us something different, something new, something fresh. The best choice, the best thing to do right now is to put the belt on Finn. It makes no sense why they would not put the belt on Finn.
I think that was a great move by WWE. I don't think they put the belt on Big E for that matter. I think they put the belt on ratings on Big E for ratings and to bring New Day back together. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, Finn Balor, as good as he is and as much as I want to see him win, he's not going to win. It's going to be something that happen where if he wins, I would be ultimately shocked that he gets over the bloodline by himself. Yeah. And to say what you said earlier, Jay, it's not the Demon's first loss. It's just that Finn been in NXT for so long and we haven't seen the Demon. I think that's what you was alluding to about Demon first loss.
Yeah,
I don't.
The Demon actually was the first Universal Champion, if you think about it, because he was the Demon when he beat Seth Rollins.
Yep, and he was the Demon when he beat Romans.
I thought he was. I thought he was just. He was Finn Balor when he beat Seth Rollins for the title. He wasn't the Demon.
He was a demon.
He was a demon.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one. I don't remember that.
When he came,
I remember him being regular.
Yeah, so far in WWE, the Demon has fought Seth. He's fought Lashley. I think it was only his only two matches on the main roster was Lashley and Seth.
And I think he beat AJ as the Demon, I believe. Yeah.
Now it was regular Finn because he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight somebody else.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be AJ versus Bray Wyatt, and they end up, it was Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, and they end up putting AJ in there.
Okay.
Yes, but in NXT, he obviously ran through the NXT roster as the Demon. So he hasn't lost at all as a Demon so far. So
in WWE.
In WWE,
right. In WWE.
NXT main roster,
New Day versus the Bloodline. As you mentioned, ratings. That the reason why one of the reasons why Big E got the title is because of ratings. I agree. It's because of ratings, and it's because we need something fresh. We need something new, and it's going to draw people to watch WWE because people know of Big E. They know of him being part of the New Day. People going to want to watch. They're going to want to know and want to see how Big E's reign pales in comparison to not just Kofi Kingston, but just can he be catapulted into superstardom? I mean, he's already a star right now, but can he be catapulted into superstardom? And that's what they want to do with Big E. So what do you guys think?
This match is gonna be tonight.
Yeah.
Big E got a pin.
Big E got a pin Roman. Yeah, nah.
He does.
He can pin. He can pin the Usos. He can't pin Roman.
He has to pin Roman. He has to.
Well, but if you're, let's be clear. As much as they've been pushing Roman Reigns,
There's only a
if you're gonna give him a loss, why would it be on Raw? I'm just asking the question.
People don't have the ratings like SmackDown.
But Raw, even with the CM Punk return, if you go back and look at the numbers, Raw still outdid AEW that night. Raw has had the ratings on certain shows, but not every night that they premiered. So my question is, this is going to have the ratings regardless, because for the first time in almost a year, we're getting to see the New Day back together, one friction versus another friction. When the last time we had two frictions on WWE to premiere on Raw or SmackDown and have a match? The last one I can remember was the Shield. Was it the Shield? I want to say the Shield versus
New Day,
the Wyatt family.
New Day.
The Wyatt family.
Yeah, they fought at Survivor Series, I think.
I'm not talking about no pay-per-view. I'm talking about a show. I'm talking about like a Raw. Yeah. I think it was. If I'm not mistaken,
it was New Day.
It was the Shield.
No,
New Day.
No, it was the Hurt Business versus Retribution. How could we just forget? That was just a couple months ago.
Nobody counts Retribution, Jay.
Exactly. Nobody counts that. That was no freaking. That was
never happened.
That was an experiment. That's what that was. That was an experiment went wrong. We talking about before that. If I'm not mistaken, it had to be the Shield versus either the Authority or the Shield versus the Wyatt family.
The Club versus the Usos and Roman, wasn't it?
Nah, I'm not even counting that.
How you don't count that?
You can't count it because they weren't a legitimate faction at the time.
Right. They just got together for a couple shows just to fight them. We're talking about frictions that were together as one for a minute. Like I said, the last one it was the Shield, and it was either New Day or it was the Shield and either the Authority or either the Wyatt family. I think it was the Wyatt family, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was the Wyatts and New Day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know Big E went on record saying that he wants the Hurt Business to get back together so they can battle the New Day can battle the Hurt Business. But
that's not gonna happen, because when the last time have you seen your boy Sheldon and they got what's the name chasing the 24/7 title. That ain't happening, bro.
Yeah,
let it go.
They got him looking 5 heartbeats now, Cedric.
Yeah. Like I said, Shelton Benjamin, he took on Andrade's spot in catering, and Alexander is chasing the 24/7 title. So,
oh my God!
Yeah, just wrap that.
They have wasted Shelton Benjamin. I can't believe they wasted that guy so much. He's one of the.
Look,
and he can still go though. That's the thing,
right? And look at Morrison. You know what I'm saying? Morrison, they haven't done nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? They break him up for the Miz and get him and let him get the brakes beat off him by Karrion Kross.
Which is ultimately disrespectful to Karrion Kross, because they really misuse him, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like watching NXT and WWE. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch NXT, is because Karrion Kross is one of the guys that I know ran shop in NXT and come up to the main event roster and look like a little. I don't even know how to put it.
Like one of Vince's sex toys. He's like, bro, Vince's sex toys. He's
just a puppet.
I think his gimmick is NXT's fault than the main roster, only because he didn't have, like, if you really look at every one of Karrion Kross's matches, he didn't have great matches. Every one of his matches were damn near squash matches for him.
Yeah, you're right.
The best match he really had was against
Finn. To me, that was more NXT's fault than the main roster's fault. I I mean, yeah, they
Can
built him up to be, a monster, I guess you would say. But he didn't have great matches. So they really
Can I ask you a question?
And I
He's a
watched
bum.
him
Can I-
when he was in TNA. So I know how he wrestles. He
Can I ask you a question though, bro? Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Who owns NXT?
No, Vince. No, hold on. Now I get what you're saying. But before Vince just started putting his hand on NXT.
No. I get that, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, everything is ran through that guy, Vince McMahon.
Not
I don't
really.
think
No.
I don't think so.
Hold wait. No. Listen, to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, NXT was developed and produced by WWE, correct?
Correct.
Triple H.
So what I'm saying, Triple H had the full throttle of NXT.
Control. Yes. Creative control.
Control.
Yeah, creative control.
Right. All I'm saying is they tied together. We can't blame one without the other. I can't blame NXT. All I know is most of the guys that come up from NXT, they have a great run in NXT. Then they get to WWE and they squash. Right now, you looking at Karrion Kross as a joke. Same thing. Let's take it back. Same thing they did with Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass, one of the biggest tag teams to come up from NXT, and they didn't squash it in the beginning, but they squashed it over time.
Well, this is the thing.
AOP is another one.
Hold on a second. Hold on,
Fathers
Trav.
of Pain.
Trav, hold on a second. This is what I think Sean is saying, because this is how I see it. I think what Sean is saying is that Karrion Kross didn't spend enough time on NXT.
He did.
I agree with you.
Like all the other champions. He just got
I
sent.
agree with you.
Like after he had the belt, he only had the belt for like what, maybe 2 months or something like that, or maybe a month.
He got it. Remember,
And he
got
went
it.
to the main roster.
And came
Right.
back, had maybe like 3
He
matches.
back. Right, and he had the belt for like 2 or 3 months, and then they put him on the main roster. If you look at Finn Balor, if you look at Kevin Owens, if you look at Shinsuke Nakamura, if you look at all its former champions, Adam Cole, all those guys spent time
Robert Roode.
in NXT, Bobby Roode, to really develop main event matches at pay-per-views to be
He was
considered.
gone almost a year.
And Finn Balor's best matches was only with Finn. He had 2 good matches with Finn.
No. I agree with you guys. I'm not disagreeing with that. No, I'm just saying though, it's just most of the guys that come up from NXT that do is make a big name for themselves. They end up coming up in the WWE, destroys their character.
Right.
Once they get to the main event roster,
Right.
you know, they even look at now. I give you one person that they did a great job on, and then hit them with a double whammy. Look at what's her name? What's the girl name? Golly, Oscar.
Yes.
Oscar. They gave her a great run when she first came up, and then boom, they gave her a double whammy. Her first loss,
the Charlotte Flair problem happened.
She had the Queen.
and
That's what happened.
and that's the problem. And she lost at WrestleMania at the biggest stage of them all. Come on, bro.
No, hold on. Let's not even talk about Oscar. Oscar still had success after that.
That's true.
Well, yeah, she did.
Biggest impact when she came from NXT to the main roster. She attacked.
She did.
She solely eliminated every single woman in the Elimination Chamber for the first time ever to get to Mania to lose. I think that was bigger than Oscar's run.
But wait. After she took the loss at WrestleMania, y'all do remember she lost her next 6 to 10 matches after that. She was on a losing streak. Oscar, yeah, she lost her next. Like,
at least she had matches. Shayna disappeared. Shayna was in catering for about 8 months.
Right, she was. But she never existed for like a whole 2 months.
Shayna had a problem. Her and Vince McMahon had words. I think that's why she lost her matches. Look at Naomi.
Even after that, like I mean, they kind of she disappeared a little bit. Then I'm sorry. She started building towards Money in the Bank, where she started being that dominant. Then she started hurting girls and having girls crying and stuff like that. Then I was like, okay, here comes Shayna. But then after Money in the Bank, nothing.
All right. Well, all right. But anyway, I got my money on the Bloodline tonight.
All right. Let's move to the next topic to close out the show. So Sean Keys posted the latest ring, the Dark Side of the Ring plane ride from hell. So most of you guys have heard of this story, and the major story that was pointed out when people talk about the plane ride from hell is how Kurt Hennig got fired and Brock Lesnar and Kurt Hennig get into a fight. But there was so much more that happened on this plane. And I could not resist watching this documentary on Vice on YouTube when Sean posted it up, because Tommy Dreamer, if you guys know, has recently been suspended. And there's been a lot of things that had happened. You got Ric Flair, who's been very inappropriate, who's escaped a lot of nonsense in his career. You have Scott Hall, who was punished, who was fired after this incident. You had
can't blame Hall for that though. He's been an alcoholic. We know that's their fault.
But Scott got fired because of him being drunk. It ain't even got nothing to do with what he.
And that's WWE's fault. They know he was battling them demons and gonna put him on the plane with all that liquor.
But that's why Jim said he took the responsibility for that part, because
Jim Ross felt he took responsibility for that part.
Well, they said that it was also due to his inappropriate behavior with the stewardess.
Yeah, but he was under the influence.
Right. He believed he was H-bombed by Mr. Perfect, who was notorious for dropping Mickeys in his co-workers' drinks. Rubies. He was hitting with the Bill Cosby. So
for 3.
Let's talk about this, right? Ric Flair doing the helicopter, approaching the stewardess, telling her to touch it.
I heard him doing that though. I heard him doing that in the locker room. But the one with the stewardess, that's crazy. But I don't know. Like, they under the influence. Do I blame the alcohol or just blame grown men acting like kids?
But we're talking about the plane ride, right? Which is cool.
Yeah.
But how many other incidents like that probably have happened before that?
Yeah.
You got to think that's the one thing I personally like about the dark side of the ring. We're learning stuff about wrestlers that we would have probably never known. Some stuff like that Grizzly Adams stuff. I'm deep into wrestling, but I never knew any of that about Jake the Snake's family.
Like, me neither. Yeah.
And what was that?
So it's like
that his sister was kidnapped and molested by their father.
Yeah, their dad was just a molester. He was just a pedophile.
Yeah. He was molesting the kids. He was molesting his daughters and stuff like that.
Oh, you haven't watched? Have you watched any? How many Dark Side joints have you watched, Si?
I've only seen some of the ones on Hulu. I've seen the one with Dino Bravo. I've seen the one with Chris Benoit.
Okay, so you've at least seen seasons 1 and 2 then.
Yeah,
you gotta see that one and the Dynamite Kid one. That one, the Dynamite Kid one. Like,
the first part of season 3 is the one that had the Ultimate Warrior and all of those ones.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this plane ride going on. Crazy.
But when I sent y'all that preview episode, this was the episode that they were talking about when they said, like, it's hard being a wrestling fan and then being a filmmaker at the same time. Because as a fan, you don't want to paint certain wrestlers in certain lights. But as a filmmaker, it's your job to get this story out there and get those views, you know what I mean? Right. So it's tough, man. It's the same thing with, like, I do not wrestling, like sports podcasting, or I do battle rap podcasting too. And it's like, with that, I'm deep into battle rap. I know stuff that a lot of fans probably would know. But as a podcaster, it's my job to talk about it. I don't want to sometimes.
Right.
I kind of got to though.
Right.
So it's like, I get it. It's tough because they probably didn't want to paint Rick in that light.
Man, I'm here for it.
We're all Ric Flair. I know I am. We're all Ric Flair.
I hate Ric Flair.
Oh.
If his name ain't Brock, he hate him.
I never liked Ric Flair.
I mean, I was never a big fan of Ric Flair until later on.
Yeah, I never.
Older, but I respect Flair, but I don't like Flair as much as I like Hogan.
I think he was.
I think Hogan. Flair?
He used to take his clothes off in the ring and start elbow dropping stuff like that. Mentality, bro.
You want to
know what's crazy, bro? You know the one dark side that I will never come out is Hogan's. Hogan's will never come. Hogan, but you know what's crazy? Hogan's life has always been in the public anyway, so it's not too much we don't know about Hogan.
Right. But it's not.
I still want to see it.
But because the worst people have said about Hogan was, oh, he's selfish, he's about himself. Oh, you know, he never likes to lose. But then when you do your research and you look at the time of wrestling, you look at how things were done, it's just like, I mean, like, can you really blame Hogan? Like, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't really selfish. He put wrestlers over. It just had to make sense. It made it.
He was a company guy, and for him, it had, just like when he did it for Warrior, it had to make sense.
Right, it had to make sense.
At that time, it made sense to put the belt on Warrior, and Hogan was about to take that hiatus anyway. So he was like, "Well, shit, I could take the title and just not defend it while I'm away, or let's put it on somebody that's going to defend it." Even though Warrior was a horrible wrestler, if we want to be honest, but at that moment it made perfect sense, and he's always been like that. You got to look at even when Goldberg, when Kevin Nash, when all of them beat him for titles, it always made sense. He would get the title back, hold it for a certain amount of time until somebody was built up to beat him. Right. And then that's like Cena. We all hate Cena, but Cena is the same way. Cena holds the title until somebody is built up to beat him, and then they get the title.
But you need a. But that's the point, though. The point is exactly what you're saying. They need to be a legitimate superstar in order to carry the weight of which the prior superstar was carrying. Like, you know. Again, it's like it's like in the pros, you had certain NBA players who were coined to be the next Jordan, and what happened? They were never able to live up to Jordan's name until you had Kobe and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? What's the kid? Steph Curry, or you know what I'm saying, or people you could kind of compare to him in some capacity, like but anyway,
a lot of them guys got hurt though, side. You know, like look at T-Mac and Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill. You know,
hey man,
DeJuan Wagner,
right?
But
that's just like. But that's my point. But my point is this. My point is really this: is that Hogan was a major name. Hogan was Goldberg before there was no Goldberg. That's he was a Hulk. That's who he was. So to sit there and say we're going to have Shawn Michaels beat Goldberg, we're going to have Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid in his prime, go against Goldberg in his prime, and have Shawn Michaels go over on Goldberg. How you doing? No sense. It would make no sense.
My problem with Hogan. He don't think us enough to him, yo.
You said what?
He don't think the fans enough to making him. We make Hogan.
Hogan does think the fans. Hogan is like one of the most friendliest guys, one of the friendliest superstars.
I've met him one time. Yeah, I've actually met him one time in Florida.
How was
he actually is very friendly, bro. Like,
because he was.
He said, "Because what?"
He was scared.
First off, I'm 6 at the time. I was 6 foot, like 130 pounds. I want shit to be scared of.
Word.
Hogan was for real. The only person that I didn't like when I met them, and I'm still a fan of them, was Dean Ambrose, and that was only because Ambrose. I mean, at this moment,
what's up, bro? How you doing?
It was at a signing, so he didn't turn off the whole. Persona. So it was really him.
Did he do a pose?
Huh?
Did he pose?
Nah. No, who? Oh, you talking about Hogan?
Yeah.
Did he? No, when I met Hogan, it was random. We were at the beach in Miami when I met him. It was super random, for real. But yeah, Dean Ambrose was probably the only person I didn't like that I've met.
I met Ryback in person. He was pretty cool. I mean, outside his craziness that he got going on now, he was like laid back and chill. But outside that, I see a couple of these guys in the airport. You know, I ain't no person to just run up to you. I'm gonna speak and keep it moving. I seen Ric Flair one day, but he looked like he was on some total BS. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it pushing.
The crazy thing about it, me and Sal was having this conversation before the show. Like, two guys that I think is just super dope and down to earth. Kevin Owens, Metcalf KO. He's definitely way cooler than people would think. And Sal's favorite, HB Ziggler. Dolph is super
the
dope.
Heartache Kid.
No, I'm gonna be real with you. Ziggler is mad cool. I think I told Jermaine about it. I went to a comedy show here.
The Funny Bone?
That he was, the one at the Funny Bone that he was.
I went there.
Oh, when he was talking about Sonny?
Nah, he wasn't talking about Sonny.
No, he didn't talk about Sonny that night.
Yeah, I think I went to the same show, Sean. I think because me and Jeremiah was there.
He was mad cool.
Yeah, I was telling that story when I seen him in the Miz at Central Park, and I was like, I didn't know what to say, and I called him DBK. He's like, you know who I am? I said, yeah, DBK. I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
I would have did the same thing. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Dolph break.
Dolph break.
And then the Miz is like, yo, parents. I'm like, where's my parents? I'm like, years old, bro.
I believe the Miz is cool in person too, though.
I believe that. Finn Balor's actually cool too. Finn Balor's cool.
It was coming out of.
Honestly, all of them are cool in person though, because you got to remember, unless they're you got niggas like the Undertaker that if you see the Undertaker outside, he's the Undertaker all the time.
Right.
The coolest
then you got some people that they turn off that persona when they're in public. So
Iron Sheik was the coolest person I met at a signing.
I heard he's like real cool.
Iron Sheik is man cool, but just don't mention Hogan.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. All right, guys. No, what you gonna say, Ant?
He drops bombs.
He said he dropped mad F-bombs talk about Hogan.
He dropped so much F-bombs, bro. I thought he was gonna put me in the Iron Sheik headlock.
Yeah, he's wild, man. I've heard his shoot interviews. Definitely on Hogan. He's wild. That dude is wild. All right, guys, it's over the hour mark. And we got Raw to watch, man. We got Raw to watch in 30 minutes. So, guys, I thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Sean Keys. Thank you,
Monday Night Football.
Thank you.
Yeah, Monday Night Football.
Oh, y'all ain't even trying to watch no Raw. What's going on? Oh,
America's Got Talent.
Oh, my God.
America got haters.
But thank you guys for joining us live on Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. If you're catching us live on Facebook, catch us every time we go live. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time we go live. Also, when we are live on Facebook, join the Wrestling Talks and Thoughts group page so you can know the next time we go live, and you guys can jump on the live and comment with us. Again, I'm your host, Saheem the Dream.
It's your boy Jay McMahon.
Dark Order 00.
All Elite, baby.
Your boy Trev.
And we will see
Elite. Oh my God.
Peace.